What is up, you guys? It's Allie, and I'm here with another top 10 list. Happy New Year! I'm going to be giving you today, on this New Year's Day, we are ringing in 2019, my top 10 most anticipated films of 2019. This is my own list, so let me know your picks down in the comments down below, but without further ado, Number 10 for me is the Lego Movie 2, the second part. I really enjoyed the first Lego Movie film, and I really enjoyed the Batman Lego Movie so much. So I'm very excited to bring back these characters. The trailers have looked fantastic for this, so I'm really excited to get back into the Lego Movie and just enjoy the world of Legos through this franchise. So yeah, that's number 10 for me. Number 9 for me is Star Wars Episode 9. You might be asking, why is it so low on my list? The reason really is just simply because I did not enjoy The Last Jedi, and I really disliked Solo. So I kind of even forgot this movie was coming out this year until I was like researching all the movies coming out, compiling the list of ones that I'm most excited about, and I was like, oh yeah, Star Wars Episode 9 is coming out, and I was like, well, I better put it on my list because I am still a Star Wars fan, so I'm still gonna go see the movie probably, but I just am not excited for it as I would have been if The Last Jedi was good and if Solo was good. Like, in my mind, I'm pretty sure I would have been stoked for this movie if both of those films would have hit, the bullseye, but they didn't for me, and so that puts this movie rather low on my list. So that's number 9, Star Wars Episode 9. Number 8 is Shazam. I am really excited for this movie. Honestly, I did not see it coming. When that Comic-Con trailer came out, I was blown away. And it blew me more away than the Aquaman trailer did. And everyone was so excited for the Aquaman trailer because it was the first trailer for Aquaman that we had got. But this was just out of the blue. We had no idea how good this movie was going to look. And I love it. I am in love with what they're going with so far. I love Zach Levi as Shazam. It's working really well for me. And I'm just really excited for this movie. That's all I can say. There's still a lot of question marks on what the story's about exactly and how well it's going to all be put together because all we've gotten is one trailer. So that's kind of why it's number 8 and not higher on the list. But I'm still very excited for it. And so, yeah, it's number 8. Number 7 is Hellboy, another movie that really was not on my radar and just blew me away from the trailer. If you watched my trailer reaction, then you probably saw how blown away I was. But I really enjoyed the trailer, and I'm so excited to see where this goes and how good it's going to be. I love David Harbour from Stranger Things, so I'm just really excited for this movie. I'm genuinely excited, and I can honestly say this is a movie that if I had not seen the trailer, I would not have even thought of going to see it. And so that's just wow. That trailer was really good. It sold me. I don't even think I have to watch any more trailers. I will because I react to them for you guys, but still, I really enjoyed that trailer, so much so that it put this movie on my most anticipated movies of the year. So congrats to whoever made that trailer. You did a good job. So yeah, that's number 7. Number 6 is Aladdin, a movie that I watched so much growing up. I'm a huge fan of musicals, so I'm excited for this Aladdin movie, although I don't think it's going to be a musical. I can't remember exactly. I don't think it is, but it's fine. I'm excited for Aladdin anyways. It looks pretty good from the pictures that we've seen so far. Still unsure on Will Smith's genie, as everyone called out and commented on when the first images were released, but I'm excited to see where it goes. The first teaser was a little blah, but I wait for a little bit to fully understand where the movie's heading and what we can see so far. So, I'm holding out for it. I'm feeling good vibes from it so far. And I'm always going to be excited for a Disney live action of such a classic film such as Aladdin. So yeah, that is number 6. Number 5 is the movie Glass. This is again a Comic-Con trailer that blew me away. I really loved it. Sadly, I wasn't able to react to it for you guys because I saw it before I was able to do a reaction, and I never want to do a reaction of a trailer I've already seen because that's really boring, obviously. So yeah, that trailer really blew me away. I really loved Split. That was a movie I did not see coming at all. So I'm excited to see where this takes the story. I'm excited to, dive deeper into these 3 different characters. Technically, like, a lot more than that if you count all the characters that are within Kevin, but still, that's really, really cool stuff that I'm excited to delve into with M. Night Shyamalan, so I'm excited for Glass. That is number 5. Number 4 is Godzilla, King of the Monsters. This is something I'm anticipating because I really enjoyed Kong Skull Island, like really, really enjoyed it, and again, the Comic-Con trailer for this was really good, and so I'm excited to see where this goes. And I kind of think you kind of have to put this on your anticipated list because it's Godzilla. Like, it just feels like it should be there because it's just such a big property and such a big part of pop culture. And so I'm excited to see where this is going to go. It looks fantastic from what we've seen so far, and I'm excited that they're introducing these like new monsters, ones that are good, ones that are bad. Like, I'm just excited about this huge battle that's going to take place. Honestly, I'd be okay if this movie had no humans in it, but I'm still excited for Millie Bobby Brown because I am a Stranger Things fan. But I would probably go see a movie that just has Godzilla and monsters in it with no humans and like no talking. I would go see that. But that's obviously not what we're getting, so it's gonna be fine, but still, I'm excited for the battles that will happen in this movie with the monsters. So yeah, that is number 4. Number 3 is The Lion King, another Disney kind of live action film that was such a big influence on my life when I was a kid. I loved this movie so much. I'm excited for it. I'm excited with all the talent that they have behind the voices and everything. It just looks like it's just going to be a big, great movie where they're just combining all these artists and forces where it just can't fail. And so I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to go back to those nostalgic feels of The Lion King, and I'm sure many, many other people are too. So yeah, that's number 3. Number 2 for me is Avengers Endgame. I'm sure all of you are just like, what? Number 2, not number 1? Yeah, I gotta be honest. The trailer was a tad bit underwhelming, and it's not the fact that it's just like all this stuff coming together isn't awesome, because it is, and that's what made Infinity War so awesome for me and made it the number 1 movie of the year for me, as far as last year. And, Avengers Endgame could still end up being the number 1 movie of 2019 for me, but as far as anticipation, there is a movie that beats it, and I will announce it right after I announce my honorable mentions. But first, let's talk about Avengers Infinity War. Avengers Endgame. So yeah, I'm not as anticipation of like this film, just simply because the trailer, I found it to be a little underwhelming, and I think I'll get more excited as we get closer and closer and see more of the film. But as of right now, I'm just a little bit like still staggering from what happened after Avengers Infinity War. I'm excited for it. Obviously, it made it to number 2, but there is a movie that I am more excited for, and it's kind of just because of who I am, and so I'll explain that when we get to number 1. But first, let's get to some honorable mentions. Alright, the first honorable mention goes to the movie It 2, because it does look, no pun intended there, rather good with the cast. I'm excited for it, but when I was putting my list together, I was just like, no, there's not really a spot for it. And so I didn't put it on there, but I wanted to give it an honorable mention because I'm still excited for that film. Number 2 would definitely have to be Captain Marvel. If you would have asked me to put my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2019 list together, like before the first trailer came out, I probably would have put Captain Marvel on the list. Pretty low, but she would have made the list. And the reason is because I've never read any Captain Marvel comics. Well, I've read a few, and I'm just like not really that interested in the character, I gotta be honest. And I've never been blown away by her. But also, the trailers came out, and I really did not like the trailers that much at all, really. I didn't like them, So yeah, that really put a damper on my anticipation for this film. It's still a movie that I probably am going to go see, but I just couldn't, in my heart of hearts, put it on this list in the top 10 because it's just not there in my mind. It's really not. And so, yeah, it didn't make the list, but it does make honorable mentions. And number 3 for honorable mentions, but the number 1 as far as anticipation is definitely Spider-Man Far From Home. Spider-Man Homecoming was really fun, really good. It was a little disjointed in my opinion, but I'm still excited for the Spider-Man character because Tom Holland kills it as Spider-Man. I love him as Spider-Man, and I really enjoyed him in, Captain America Civil War and Avengers Infinity War, and so I'm excited to see what they do next with him at, Spider-Man Far From Home. It's obviously probably going to be connected to Avengers Endgame because it comes out pretty much right after, and so we can, pretty much put 2 and 2 together and realize that he's going to make it out of there alive. Which is great news, because we're Spider-Man fans and we love Spider-Man, especially Tom Holland Spider-Man. But anyways, that is my honorable mentions. Now on to my most anticipated movie of 2019. My number 1 most anticipated movie of 2019 is Joker. The reason being is because I grew up loving villains. And the first villain I ever really, really enjoyed on screen was Jack Nicholson's Joker in Batman 1989. That was the first ever time I had ever seen the Joker. I had never read any comic books before then, because I kind of grew up in a place where you couldn't access comic books, and so this was really one of the first comic book film adaptations I had ever seen, and I just fell in love with the character of the Joker from that point on, and I'm still in love with that character. I love the deepness, the unpredictability, everything about that character. He's probably one of the best villains ever created in mankind as far as fictional characters. He's just the trump card of villains, and I love that. But yeah, we have not even seen a trailer for this. We've only seen really crappy, released footage and whatnot, and that one test screen the director released. But I'm just so excited for this, and I also love Joaquin Phoenix, but I'm so excited for this movie that I just could not put it at my number 1 spot. And again, this is not for everyone's most anticipated, because obviously if it was everyone, it would definitely be Avengers. But because it's my list and how I feel personally, I had to put the Joker. And I hope you guys understand that, because it's just the character that I have been so deeply connected to. I don't want to sound like I'm oh yeah, I'm like the Joker, but it's more of a thing of I really enjoy the character of the Joker, how he's written in the comics, how he's drawn and everything, and I really enjoyed Jack Nicholson's performance, and I really enjoyed Heath Ledger's performance. So I'm excited to see Joaquin Phoenix's performance of the Joker. I'm excited to see this movie so much. October, it cannot get here fast enough, in my opinion. So yeah, guys, that's my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2019. Let me know your list down in the comments down below. Obviously, your list is probably going to be totally different from mine, which is perfectly fine, because everyone has their own interests and opinions and whatnot, and that's what makes this so awesome. And I want to hear what your lists are, so please let me know down in the comments, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye!